All right, we're gonna see how this works. So I've never done this particular setup before. It gave an option to um, basically just allow subscribers only, and I thought it was interesting. I had never seen that before. And I don't know why I have the headphones on. It's not like, well, if anybody, whatever. I've got this so that we can go ahead and look online. Basically, it's the Arrma website, and I'm hoping that this is the right site. 50 plus is actually what this car is. I don't even know if I've got volume. So if anybody, can give me like a volume check. So basically, everybody here is so Peter, Stinky Ginkle, dude. Where's the big rock, dude? That's something that you don't understand, man. If you haven't seen what happened to the big rock last, you might want to go check out that video. Zach of all trades, what's going on, Guy? Lorne, what's going on? Joe Girding, what's going on? Jeremy Thornton, Route 66. So, now you guys, when you jumped in, it didn't give you like a notification, right? It didn't say anything like about, you have to be a subscriber. I'm assuming you can hear me, right? Can I get like a thumbs up for a volume check? Check 1, check 2. I don't even know if it's working. It could be just Springfield. What's going on, Guy, man? Whoa, how did the chat just do that? Earl Moorhead, what's going on, Guy? TJ, what's going on, man? Vendetta, $300 at Horizon, right? Yeah, let's see. Good volume, Guy. Appreciate that. Thank you. I wasn't sure. Coming through fine. Thank you, Zach. Appreciate that, man. So basically, I just want to kind of get to the point here. Basically, what I figured I would do is I don't think anybody's done this with this particular truck. It's that, Q&A. And that's only limited to, obviously, what my own knowledge is of the truck. The truck is actually back to stock now. Back to stock. Meaning really back to stock. Like it's got its regular motor fan in there. The part that the revised Arrma part is supposed to be coming in tomorrow. So far, the tracking number says that it's going to be here tomorrow. It's not giving me a time, but that kind of doesn't matter because as soon as the part comes in, I'm either going to do a video or I'll go live opening up the package and comparing like side by side. I don't even know what I'm getting. That's the thing. It's just like this is the weird thing about how Arrma is kind of being about this, and maybe they're being this way because of the way I am. I don't know. But obviously, people that are subscribers, which all of you guys are subscribers, know that Arrma or Horizon sent me this RC for check it out kind of deal. And I was shocked, man. Shocked in a couple of ways because people, I think, know my relationship with Horizon, and it's not a very good one. But them, throwing this little peace offering to me, which, I don't really take it as that's what it is. You know what they're doing. So when they send a vehicle like this to a channel like mine, you know what they're doing. The market is saturated for what I call the heavy hitter, whatever people that receive these cars. Now you notice that those people didn't get these cars. It was all of a sudden just random, 1,000, K subscriber channels on up seem to be able to get this vehicle. And what they're trying to do, in my opinion, is they're trying to touch on that market of, I don't know, maybe because of, what was kind of coming out about, I want to say falsities, but where it seemed as though things were being hammed up or whatever a little bit too much, latest, greatest. This is the best thing that ever, came into the market, whatever. And then maybe throwing it on other smaller channels that kind of don't do that because they don't feel they need to be in their pocket. I'll tell you right now, the type of person I am, I'm in nobody's pocket, man. The only pocket that I'm in, well, that's not true. I am in my family's pocket, meaning if and when family, friends need help, I'm right there. So I'm that kind of guy. So I don't have anything to worry about. They owe me nothing. I owe them nothing. So if I can answer questions that you might have about this particular truck, I should put the blue one on there. If I can answer questions about this truck that you haven't already got, and I'm saying go watch those other channels that have this truck. I think those heavy hitters now have it. Like what's the guy's name? Duper Bash and the RC Dude 81. I call those the heavy hitters. The only reason why I say that is because they are the ones that take the RC and, you know, launch it from the Empire State Building and stuff like that. And I'm kind of getting to that kind of point, but I feel like the type of driving that I do, while I appreciate, you know, seeing what they do as far as abuse, I almost feel like the abuse or the driving that I'm putting it through is more of that normal driving. You know what I'm saying? So Cyclone, what's going on, guy? So everybody in here is a subscriber, I'm assuming, because I'm not getting notifications of like subscribers. So I'm pretty sure that everybody in here is a subscriber. I think this is going to work out great. So if anybody has a question, please feel free to go ahead and send me a message if there's something specific you want to see about the truck. If there's anything that you want me to talk about, that's why, like I said, this was supposed to be the Giga site. I'm on the wrong site here. If I go to this and mute, if I go to this, then what I can do is there's the Giga site, because the Giga site is actually better. So if I go to the Giga site, this one is better. It just has a better experience, I want to say. So I'm just checking. So when do you think Arrma is going to release their next car? I hope you're not asking me that, man. Because all this is really about this car. This isn't about anything else. RC Guy Garage, would you buy this Outcast knowing what you know? Okay, so I'm hoping after tomorrow, yes, because it is frustrating to me every time that I take this out and I take it to that environment that takes the garbage that's from the front wheels and shoots it to the rear, which is what the problem is. Whenever I take it to those environments, it is kind of frustrating that everything that I've tried to do, tape, duct tape, I didn't try zip ties yet. I didn't wrap a $5 bill around it either, but to be blunt, when the repair comes, I'll probably have a better answer, but as it is right now, 100% yes, I would, because I'm really enjoying the durability of this truck. Every single place that I've taken it to, nothing has gone wrong other than the overheating, but the overheating could be my issue. It could be the fact that I put, a honking pack in there. That's an 8,000 milliamp 100C pack, and I ran it at Diamond Dust on its first outing and overheated the motor. So it's like, but to be blunt, yeah, I would definitely, knowing what I know, as long as the repair is an actual repair, yeah, I would buy it. I definitely would. I'm totally having a blast. This truck, man, right here, it's right here. It's right here, this truck. I am literally, it now lives in whatever vehicle that I take. It's either going to be in the trunk, or it's in the back of the truck, or it's in my wife's CRV. Like, I mean, I haven't thrown it in the Camaro yet, but that'll be soon. I'm going to put that thing in the trunk of the Camaro. So, Hopefully that answered your question, Earl. I appreciate that. That was a good question. Let's see. So which is better, durability and driving impressions, the Notorious 6S or the Outcast? That is a very, very good question. What color Mojave should I buy? Come on, Sluga. Buy the green one. So TJ Miller. It's a couple. Now you got to remember it's the sale price too. So, what would I buy? Man, I was thinking about that the other day because I'm obviously running them both. There's videos that you guys don't even know that's coming up. So I'm running them both, and I have to tell you, this is a weird, it's a weird sensation to drive this truck because it's not that much smaller. It's lighter. You get a lot more air control. The landings aren't as harsh. It's the weirdest thing because everybody seems to be like hell bent on everything's got to be, 1000S. You know what I mean? It's like if it's bigger, it's better, and that's not necessarily the case with this particular RC. Even because I've got the slipper clutch on there, you can see that I'm not having any problems with anything, and I feel that I look at the thing, man. Just look at the thing. When you just look at it, I mean, I'm not having any issues. Little stupid things. Putting a piece of foam, so I took plumber's foam. That stuff is there. Oh, it's not there anymore. I took it off because I brought it back to stock. Never mind. Putting the little bumper things on here. I'm grinding the screws flat. I actually got to replace these screws on the rear wing and right here. So it's like there's a lot about the fact that this thing is a 4S, very capable, lighter RC. When you get the 6, everything is just so much heavier, man. Everything is going to cost that much more money to fix and replace. It's got metal gears throughout, which I think that's a major plus. People were complaining about the slipper clutch. I'm not having any issues with the slipper clutch at all. And they did something different with this slipper clutch, something about the nut or something. It's a different nut, that the lock nut. I guess that was an issue before. So they did something with that. So I think I can. I know this is a long-winded answer, but maybe this is what you were looking for. I think every move that they made with this, other than those rear axles and the little thing sliding off, every move that they made with this truck was a positive move. I think. If I had to choose, if I right now had to choose and money wasn't an option, I'd get this. It's crazy, man. You don't have to have 1000S. You don't, dude. To have fun, to watch this thing launch, how much easier it is to drive. The heaviness of the 6S vehicles, it's not what it's all cracked up to be, man. Everybody's, like I said, everybody's all hell-bent on it's got to be 900S. It doesn't have to be. Mattio, what's going on, guy? Just by Daryl Wright, just by watching all your videos. You know what I got to do? I got to do the pop-out chat. So how can I do the pop-out chat? So if I just go to here and I open up a pop-out chat, it's funny, A main is on there right now. So if I go to here, I gotta find my own thing here. So studio, go to content. I'm not a super good at doing this. So if I click that, and then should be a way to pop out the chat. Pop out chat. Okay. All right. So why did I want to do that? I don't even know. Why did I want to pop out chat? I don't even know why I wanted to pop out chat. All right. I don't think that's going to work. Never mind. Forget the pop out chat. Let's see. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Which is the right site? That ain't it. So I can get rid of that. That's the site. Get rid of that and get rid of that. Oops. See my eyes. Whoops. Oh no. Cancel. Save? I don't even know. 1 minute. Save. I think we're good here. Yeah. All right. I think we're good. Anyways, Guy, when's the 6S Hobby Wing system going in that truck not sold on the SPEKTRUM I installed? It's already gone in, Frank. So one thing that I had said, you obviously weren't part of that. I probably should have put the post in the Facebook group. I think that's what I've got to start doing, is being a little bit more active on posting certain things to the Facebook group and those other social media things. So the only thing that I'm not going to do is I'm not going to talk about the power system. Do you know what I'm saying? So I know you're saying a 6S Hobby Wing, but what I wanted to say was this has already gone through a power system swap. It's actually back to 100% stock right now, and the reason why, and I'll show you, the reason why it's 100% stock right now is because the axle is supposed to come. So I literally have the little ESC back, the motors back, and also the little micro fan that they threw in there is back. So I just, because I wanted to give the truck as its base, I wanted to give it, that real shot, because if you 8S this thing, which I don't recommend 8S, but if you 8S this thing and then you destroy it, you're kind of not giving it that out of the box kind of experience. And that's what I feel like I'm trying to do with this, is I'm kind of doing like that accelerated depreciation. That's what it's called, man. It's accelerated depreciation, to where right now it's back to stock. Did I run it juiced up? Yes, I did. Did it take it? Oh, hell yeah. A hell yeah, in a good smile kind of hell yeah. So there is a positive. It does get, that's it. I'm not talking no more. See, I'm getting amped up, man, because of what I saw. But anyways, in the 4S system that this thing does have, it actually does really great. I'm going to go ahead and open this window back up so that you're not just seeing, just me. Whoa, that's not what I was expecting. How do I make myself small? Bam. There we go. Let's see. How do I do this? I'm trying to figure this out. I don't know. Whatever. All right. So if I missed a question, don't forget, you got to do like the @rcguygarage. Oh, that's why I was doing it. That's why I did the pop out. I did the pop out so that if somebody did a Iowa, what's going on there? Budget bashers. If somebody does the RC Guy Garage thing or whatever, I'll see it and I'll know that you're actually asking a question of this. 46 people here. That's not too bad, man. And like I said, everybody in here is a subscriber. Earl Moorhead. So do you feel Arrma needs a 4S line at this? Do you feel Arrma needed a 4S line at this price point? Did it fill a missing void? It did for me. Now, that's why people, very good question, Earl. See, Earl's got, I'm not just saying, Earl, but Earl's got some pretty good questions, and that's what I'm kind of looking for. I'm looking for these really good questions like this. I'm not saying that everybody else's questions, invalid, but that missing void thing. I want to say yes, because a lot of people were asking for the 4S line to come back. And I was actually talking to Earl earlier today, and we were talking about, basically, we were talking about this truck, and we were talking about the difference between this and the 3S line. And what he had brought out was that for him, he doesn't feel that there's an issue with the slipper clutch. And what my question was all right, so overall, with this particular truck, everything was increased 16 to, if I could do the echo voice, 16 to 17%. So this truck was increased by 17%, where the Kraton was 16%. But then he had said, yeah, Guy, but the thing is, though, is that this is pretty much the size of what the Kraton was of old. So what has really changed? The fact that the Kraton is now 16% bigger than the original Kraton, and that this is 17% bigger than the original. I wish I had the original only to be able to give it that side-by-side comparison. So my comparison is only going to give you the out-of-the-box experience. It's not going to give you the experience that maybe like Earl has, where he's got the 4S Kraton that he's already converted to 6S. Actually, his is probably 8S. Frank, can you minimize yourself again? You still look... I can't... Come on, Guy. Wait a minute. Wait. What do you want? What did you want me to do? You wanted me to do this? This is what you want, Guy? So, yeah, you guys can see the chat now. That's pretty cool. I want the truth, and I trust your opinion. I appreciate that, Earl. Okay, so one of the other things that Earl had asked me, and this was like, I think about a week ago, he was saying, haven't you seen, or on your truck, I think that's how he worded it. He said, on your truck, are you finding issues with the springs contacting the axles? Now, on the rear, no. On the front, yes. But it's so minimal that it's almost as if it's a scraper, meaning it touches, but I think only under like movement, if that makes it. And even it touching is inconsequential to the performance of the truck. It doesn't hinder the truck in any way. So what I was noticing with the front, it's not the rear, it's the front. If you look at the front, the arms are kicked back slightly, and the axle is actually straight. So if for some reason they could have made the arms straight and not have kicked them back a little bit, I think that would have solved the problem that's not a problem. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that for me, it's not a problem. And with the places that I've driven this in, granted, I haven't driven it in real, thick mud or anything like that, but I feel like I've driven this thing. Z Method, what's going on, man? Thank you for that. Guy, you're killing me here. I'll answer your question because you threw $5 at me. I did a pop-out chat. Maybe I cost yours. Yeah. Would I buy a Mojave 6S or an Arrma Fire Team? Given the fact that there is a $150 price difference, do you think it's justifiable? Again, a very good question. Man, I've had the Mojave a heck of a lot longer than I have the Fire Team. The Fire Team is a very well-built vehicle. It's just different. It has things on it that if you wanted the handbrake, if you wanted the type of tire that it has, if you wanted a little bit more ground clearance, because that's one thing that's missing on the Mojave. And Earl did a video kind of explaining that. I think he drove his Kraton. I think he was comparing his Kraton and his Mojave, and that's basically what he was saying, was that, when he drives his Kraton, The thing that he likes about that is the fact that he's got ground clearance. So he's not going to high center on something. But I don't ever remember high centering on a Mojave because normally I'm full trigger with it 90% of the time anyway. I think it's very rare that I would get into that situation where I would high center. But the Kraton allows just that much when you look at the size of the tires. But to answer your question like straight out, if you're asking a personal opinion between the Fireteam or the Mojave, it is 99.9% is going to be Mojave all day long. Now, I've got a video coming up and it's going to surprise people. Well, actually, I've got 3 videos coming up, but I've got a video coming up pretty soon that might surprise some people about how... Sorry about that. No, I didn't just spit on the floor. There's a plant right here. The Mojave, you can do, I feel, so much more with the Mojave than you can the Fireteam. Meaning, if you look at my monster Mojave conversion, there's your Fireteam right there. That's more aggressive. That's your Fireteam. Is the Fireteam cage extremely durable? Does it help the overall truck maintain a rigidity? Yeah, it does. So I guess you have to like figure out, where you want to be and where you see yourself driving. I have never had a high centering problem with my Mojave. But like I said, it's always because I'm 90% full trigger anyway. Frank. See, now I see because he did the RC Guy Garage. When will we see a real RC Guy Garage beatdown on the 4S truck? I feel like you haven't run it like your Traxxas stuff. So when you say the Traxxas stuff, do you mean the Max and the UDR? Because I actually feel like I have. You might not think I have, but I feel I have, to be honest with you. I don't hold back, man. And that's what I think you should know about me. I think you're just trying to get on my nerves here or something. Frank. No, I definitely feel like I have given it that full trigger treatment. With that rear axle, have those runs been cut short? Yes. So that may give the illusion that I'm not driving that truck to within an inch of its life, and I am. It's just in the current state, because I've got a pre-production truck, said to be a pre-production truck. Like I said, those axles are coming tomorrow, so you best better believe, man, that there will be longer videos, because with the way this truck is holding up under the current and just taking out power system, with the way the truck is holding up, I'm very pleased with what's happening with this truck. Now, when you see, I don't even know how to explain the footage that you're going to see. My timeline is kind of a little messed up. But to kind of answer your question, I feel like those runs have just been cut short. So maybe that's why you think you're not seeing me give it that treatment. Ginkle, what do you think about some of the D-Boots backflips having, 3 nubbins? Are you talking about the knobs? I have no idea, guy. What do I think about some of the D-Boots backflips having 324, I think it means knobs or nubs on the tires instead of the stock? I have no idea, guy. I didn't even know that there was a difference. You're telling me something that I didn't even know, man. Peter R. Ponovs. I appreciate that, man. Soldering How much should I spend on a soldering gun or a solder pointer? Minimal. $30? $30? Take advantage of the D-Boot sale in Horizon Hobby. Ends tomorrow, just to let you know. Hi, Riviera. Good one right there. Can I pin comments? I don't think I can I? Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't let me do the same thing. See, because I'm doing this through a StreamYard. Big King, what's going on, guy? So like I said, if you're asking me a question, just make sure you do the RC Guy Garage. See how those ones, sorry about that. See how those ones that are on there have like the little red thing? That lets me know that you're actually talking to me. You got 62 people in here. That's pretty cool. So does anybody have any more questions about this particular truck? Hybrid, get out of here, man. You're nitro. You don't belong here. This is all electric, man. This is a secret club here. Just kidding, man. Hybrid, get out of here. What's going on, guy? You are missing out if you don't have Italian. I get it, but I won't ever have Italian. That's just personal opinion. Yeah, I know, guy. Come on, you know. Hybrid, I know, man. I wish I could highlight your comment, man, but I can't. This guy right here. See this guy right here? I can't pin comments. This is weird. So normally, like in regular non-StreamYard, you can put. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm being a moron. Oh my god. So technically, I am being a moron because guess what? Watch this. I can pin. I forgot. StreamYard is the way to do this. See, man? I forget how this happens. But I can't see the RC Guy Garage things. That's the issue. See, I can't see like RC Loner. Should I pick up a Kraton? I bought a Vortex recently and I can't seem to break it. Yeah, were you trying to break it? Not sure if they're going to be similar enough to regret the buy. No way, man. Are you kidding me? Now, granted, I don't have the 4S Kraton. I've got the Outcast. But I'll tell you right now, from my experience with this truck right here, you're talking about a Vortex, right? Why, if you had such a positive result with the Vortex, if you're trying to bump up or step up, then I'd say get the Outcast 4S, the V2. If you want to get the Kraton, get the Kraton. But if you're looking for that like next step, man, this Outcast I think would really take that place really well. Thing just moves, man. It really does. It really does. Gears. What are you saying? Enjoying your vids. I'm an oddball. Converted my Sentin to run on Makita 2 batteries. Dude, that's nothing wrong with that. Hope to use the 18-volt spec, but there's a 5S dead zone. Oh, no. Yep. That's pretty cool, man. No, it's crazy how people are doing that. Doing like the DeWalt batteries and all that stuff in the Power Wheels. Literally tried to break it Kevin Talbot style, right? Yep. Forest backflips. What's a fair price for a used Italian? That is going to have to be something that people in the chat will go ahead and answer. I'd be leery of any used RC. Talk to Hybrid over here. Hybrid's buying used RCs 24/7, man. This dude is... There ain't going to be no RCs, especially Nitro. There's not going to be any used Nitro RCs left. This guy's buying them up left and right. Here's a question that I don't even know. Hey, Hybrid, I'm going to put you on here. You're here. See, look at that. He already got 350. Oh, Hybrid, since you're here, what was my question? Forget my question. Look at that. See? It just went, ugh. I had a question. I don't even know what it was. Oh, I think it was something along the lines of how is he finding the purchasing of all these used RCs? Do you know what I mean? Like, is he used as king? Somebody said used as king. Okay, he's saying used as king. Vendetta on, look at that one right there. Vendetta on sale for $299 at A-Main Horizon. That's pretty slick, man. That's a good score. RC guy, yeah, dude. Big King. Oh, wait a minute. This ain't moving. Why isn't this chat moving? What's going on with this chat? Okay, there we go. I buy all my used RC cars off of Mercar. Stupid deals. That's now, is that Macari? Oh, Macari. I've heard of that. So RC Loaner, I'm gonna put up your comment right here. Now, because you're doing that, that's one of those apps. How are you finding the quality or the usedness of the RCs? That's a question. That's a question for you, Guy. How are you finding the usedness? Electric Gang. I gotta post that. Forget hybrid. We got the Electric Gang here. With that comment right there. Forget hybrid. We got the Electric Gang, man. Macari, it's average at best. Giant risks. Okay. Now, what are the risks? Don't mind wrenching. Yeah, so it probably does. Let's see. This is a good thing right here. Shannon. Not a big fan of plastic chassis, shock towers, and outdrives. I own a Notorious outstanding platform. I own a Notorious too. It is a great platform, but guess what? So I'm just going to talk about this, man. You got the Notorious. You take this and put it side by side. This thing is going to give the Notorious a run for its money. Take your Notorious and land on the wing wrong. Nobody's a perfect driver. I'm that prime example of not being a perfect driver. So this is a very good thing that Shannon is kind of bringing up. I am not against more power and all that other stuff, but I gotta tell you, experiencing this truck with its lighter weight, when this thing lands wrong, it survives. That's a big thing for me. That's a big thing. Why do I have to show? See how it did that? Why did I have to show Hybrid's comment? That didn't make any sense. All it was he was doing the muscle arm. Electric Gang. One speed. Dude. All right, wait a minute. I got to pin that. Oh, you know what? That's a shirt. Frank, you got to make that into a shirt, man. Where's that comment? Right there. That's a smack to Hybrid right there. Electric Gang. One speed, baby. I like that, dude. That is awesome, man. The fire team is $5.99 on Prime Day. Wow, dude. Method. That's a score. Notorious seems better built, and knowing plastics have a lifespan, what will last longer at RC Guy Garage? Man. How about this? What's going to cost more? What's going to cost more? Now, my Kraton, I broke my Kraton. Now, I'm only saying my Kraton because I know my Notorious is the same exact way, but I was just looking at the Kraton. So, because the Kraton's fresh in my mind, the Kraton, just by the fact that it lands, the shocks lay back and lay forward the shock towers. So granted, can I just keep bending them back? Yeah, but it's becoming kind of a pain in the neck. And I know that there's an upgrade to go ahead and take care of that. I'm not rebending shock towers. Yeah, I'm not rebending shock towers with this thing. See what I'm saying? Like, Earl bringing out like a question like that, it makes you think, man. Where's that question? Right there. Very thought-provoking. I've got to say, what's plastic on this truck that's not plastic on the Notorious? So the only thing that you're literally talking about is the chassis and basically the shock towers. Because even though the shock towers are integrated, with the case and all that stuff, oh man, maybe, learning to clean. God, I can't believe I'm going to say this. Maybe learning to clean and protect my plastics. Maybe that will help with a little bit more longevity. Maybe if I take my truck and boil it. I don't know, man. Either way, no matter what, just like I started this conversation off with, is the fact that every RC company out there, not just RC company, every company out there is made and designed specifically to make more money. Not in just selling more product, like the main product, in selling upgrades, into keeping you reeled in. Because if a company makes something that is non-breakable or non-whatever, it's not possible. Except if it was the Slant 6. How many people know about the Slant 6 in here? Give a thumbs up. Anybody know about the Slant 6? Couldn't kill that motor, man. And that's why they also got rid of it. Because they weren't making any money off of it. I think that was a very good question, Earl. And I want to say that breaking arms maybe would happen more, because with 6S power, there's the ability to be able to launch it further. But this little truck right here, this little truck that could, man, really is given a go at running for its life, man. It's doing a really great job. I'm not trying to ham this up, and like I said, I'm not a paid sponsor here to do this. I'm doing this because I felt like it. I figured if anybody had questions, you know what I'm saying? But another good question. Method. See, I just saw that. I didn't see the other thing. Check your Facebook group. You posted a photo. Oh, I gotta pin this. Oops, where does it go? I posted a photo of the Arrma Typhon 6S that was on sale. Do you think it's a scam? Help. You know what? Method. I can't do that right now, but I guarantee somebody in the Facebook group will see that if you asked, and they should be able to check it out. I won't be able to check it out right now. I'm doing a live. Sorry about that, man. Right. There we go. Route 66. Slant 6 was a good one. Yep. Slant 6 in the Valiant. Yep. Very, very good motor. I'm not trying to get off subject here, but I think some of the things, like even like this right here. So the shocks. Again, I'm only speaking from what I know with the truck that I've got. I'm having zero problems with my shocks. They definitely seem to, because they're a longer stroke, it's plush. It's not like, and I'll rate it to like a Big Rock or you can't though. See, that's where I'm at a loss here. My out of the box experience with this truck makes me bring it with me everywhere I go. And it's not because, like I said, they did give it to me for free, but that's not the reason why I'm doing it. The reason why I'm doing it is because I'm having a blast with it. I'm not afraid to break this thing. That's the whole thing. And every time that stupid axle goes out, I fix it. I cut another pin because I always lose. The pin just flies out. As a matter of fact, here's the piece. Here's the piece because it recently flipped the stupid piece back out. So I didn't bother fixing it this time because I know that the repair is supposed to be here tomorrow. So, like I said, I'm either going to do a live tomorrow. I'll probably do a live. We'll see. Maybe I'll do a video. Like I said, ad revenue, blah, 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 whatever. Ad revenue definitely drags in more stuff if you do a video versus a live. The only way that, income comes in on something like this, a live, is by, you know how. So, so I may do either a live or a whatever, or maybe I'll do like some pictures or something. Shannon Hall, very interested in the durability of this truck. How do I? I'm sure just replacing parts as needed and not having to upgrade to 7.7. Yes. Okay. Bam. Shannon Hall. That's a very good comment to pin right there for people to see. That's a very good comment, and that's kind of what I was trying to say. When Earl asked that question about the Notorious being a great, I don't say it's not. Arrma makes very good vehicles when the quality control is on point. And that's part of the problem. When the quality control is on point, Arrma makes very good vehicles. They really do. RCGuygarage, how's the center drive? Very good. Absolutely perfect. So I ended up checking that out today because I was just going through the truck. See, like because I put the power system back in, I basically went throughout the whole truck checking everything. Everything on this truck is holding up. I know that some people were saying that they had stripped out drive shaft or something. I'm not having that problem with this. Is it a possibility? Yes, it is. Is it maybe because I'm paying a little bit more attention to this truck than I did maybe the Big Rock? Am I learning myself that maintenance and taking your air compressor and taking the drive shaft out and using the air compressor and kind of blowing stuff out? I'll admit I have been doing that. So what you guys don't know is that after each run of vehicles, except for today, I didn't have enough time. Each run now, and I'm actually setting up something that's going to be a portable air compressor so I can take it to wherever I go. So before I put the RC in the vehicles, I've got an air compressor to blow stuff off. So one of the big things that's a negative for me is my maintenance. And that's maintenance, what I call maintenance after the rip. So when you go out and you rip an RC or you do whatever, you rip a car, I literally would just, unless something broke, I'd take it, throw it either in the truck or I'd put it in the basement to dry. And that was it. I'd chuck another pack in it and I'd run it again, then do the same exact thing. I didn't clean things. So maybe for the fact that I've been kind of paying a little bit more attention to this particular truck, it's also transferred over to the Traxxas Max. So the Traxxas Max V2 has also got the same treatment. Now, if you just saw what I did to the UDR was already expired. And I don't mean that in a bad way. The UDR, I definitely, I ran it into the ground and I am going to pay that price. And I think after this time, I'm probably just going to pay a little bit more attention to using an air compressor and cleaning things out. It actually is important because when you leave that grit in there, especially when it comes to, the plastic vehicles like this, like even taking out, it's not, I'm going to put my foot in my mouth here. It's not every single time. It's kind of like that as needed. So obviously if I go to the skate park, I'm not taking an air compressor and blowing the truck out. It's only when I notice that I've just put the truck through some abuse with that, grit getting into all those little plastic areas, good to take an air compressor and try to just blow, not the stuff inside, but try to blow it out of there. And this particular truck, I think, has probably gotten me onto a better routine of maintenance. So, and I am realizing it's important. You can't leave everything outside in the back of your truck to get washed when it rains or snows. Oh, look at this. CCXRC, he's trying to go live while I'm live. What is this guy, out of his mind? Telling you right now, you guys should go watch CCXRC because I got nothing more to say. No. Forget that guy. No, just kidding. Forget that guy. What the nerve of that guy? The nerve of him going live. What's up with that attitude? Should I click on his thing? What's up with this guy here? Oh, no, it won't show up, will it? Oh, it won't open. Isn't that funny? It actually won't open. The nerve of him. You notice the front bulkhead popped out? Yes, it actually is. So, Nick, you know what's funny? I did see a question. I never did answer, did I? I'm sorry about that. I think you're the one that asked that question. Yeah, so that little piece just popped out. That was fine. Grit and stuff did get under there, but that's like a superficial piece anyway, so it's really not an issue. Hybrid, we're here to watch you. Appreciate that, man. Let's see, where'd it go? Come on, man. You don't want to go over and do some crawling? Gotta get on Tony, man. Tell him to stop crawling. Tell him to do some other stuff. Do I like Z method? How could I can't answer that question, man. Do I like the way it looks? Yeah. If it runs like this thing, if it runs like this, which that's a tough kind of thing. I really wish they had sent. I think they did a disservice to themselves. I think Horizon, like RC Driver, right? I think Horizon should have sent me both of these trucks. I think they were scared. I think as soon as they realized who they sent it to, the guy probably got fired, number one. The guy probably got fired. Dude, you sent it to that dude? It's all over. We're not going to sell the truck now. No, I really do wish they had sent both trucks to me after I received this, because I do have both versions of both vehicles. So I've got the 8S Kraton and Outcast. I also have both the 6S, and I call it Outcast. It's a Notorious. I both have the Kraton and the Notorious. In each platform, it seems as though the shorter version is the truck that is just that much more durable than the longer version. Now, the real test is, if they had put a Kraton in my hands, would it be even worse than this truck? I really wish I knew. I really wish they could have sent me that truck as well. They've got the money. They just should have done it. They should have taken the gamble, and they just should have just sent me both trucks and been like, you know what, man? Let's just do it. Let's just send RC Guy Garage both vehicles. We'll take the hit. I think they should have. Do you guys think they should have? I think they should have. He should take the Italian to Diamond Dust. Right. RC Garage, sorry, I'm a Traxxas rep throwing you. Yeah, right. It's fine, too. A Traxxas rep, you're funny. If you're a Traxxas rep, then you got to hook a brother up for some UDR parts. Then, man, if you really are a Traxxas rep, send me an email. Let's get some Traxxas parts onto that UDR. Don't make me go and put like GPM stuff on it. Let's stay ultra axis. Have I had to shim any of the diffs in the new Outcast? There's no shimming of this truck. When I took the differential apart, I don't know if you probably didn't see the video then. There's no shimming of this stuff. When I took, if you're talking about this particular truck, the only diffs that I've shimmed are the 6S stuff. That's the only stuff that I've also shimmed the Losi DB Pro, but that was bringing a destroyed differential back to life, and it came back to life so good, that DB Pro. I'm telling you, those Losi pots, that's what Arrma needs to do. Arrma needs to source their parts from wherever Losi's getting their stuff from. Maybe except for the bearings. Well, then maybe, yeah, I don't know. We'll keep that part quiet. Chainsaw, what's going on, guy? Yeah, so anyways, Z method, just to put your thing on there. So there's no shimming of that. What I did notice was that when I did tighten or torque down the case, the outer case, onto the gear, it did accentuate the very slight wobble that the gear has in it. So obviously these gears are that sintered, powdered, metal, stuff. It's still a gear. It's still a metal gear, but it's not like CNC machined or anything like that. When I did over torque those screws, it did kind of seem to want to bind a little bit. I can mention your channel and your business email too. Hey, Z method, man. If you do whatever you got to do, man, you do whatever you got to do. Sledge lives matter. What? Sledge lives matter. Yeah. RC loaner. Sorry, I missed that. Not to go off topic. Yeah, I do have a Vendetta, man. You want me to speed jump the Vendetta? I might. I don't think I'll full speed jump it, though, because it'll take flight and get destroyed. I know that's what people want to see, Z method. Okay. I saw that. Yes, a different factory. Yes, a different factory. In China? I think that's what you meant. I have bent the heck out of my Outcast EXB chassis with the crashes. Not as serious as some with my Granite. I think the weight is bam, dude. Right here. See what Bolin is saying right here? Hopefully, Bolin? I got glasses on, so I just said Bolin, but it's Ballin Houston. So see what this guy's saying right here? He's bent the heck out of his EXB chassis, and it's because of the weight. So everything, there's positives and negatives no matter where you go, man. Because if you take that metal chassis and slam a rock on it like I did with my Outcast 8S, the plastic chassis would obliterate to where the Outcast chassis would take the hammer fist, and then you could take another hammer fist and hammer fist the dent out. See what I'm saying? There's always going to be a give and take. And I've got to tell you right now, the ease, the weight, the drivability of this 4S line, I am 100% on board, which is why I said Horizon Hobby or Arrma should have also sent me the Kraton, because if anything, I think that I would have done the same style of review. It would have gone through heck and back. Maybe they were worried. Maybe they were too scared. I don't know. They were too scared. Every crash on a Vendetta will... Wait a minute. Earl Moorhead, bam. Wait a minute. This is a good one right here. Every crash on a Vendetta will cost you another Vendetta. Basically. Right. The $5 zip tie would be, yeah. The $5 zip ties and duct tape would blow that budget out of the water. What's in the box? Good morning to you, man. Let's see. Yes, Vendetta is an expensive crash. Anybody else just yawn? You know how yawns are catchy. Anybody else yawn? Yes. Let's see. Your 4S Vendetta is scary. Yep. Wait a minute. Z method. Does the bottom of the chassis of the new Outcast have a cutout? No, it does not. But what I will show you is what I did with mine. So I'm going to make this picture bigger. There's sand in this thing, man. It just dumped sand all over me. Because I didn't clean it fully, apparently. I don't know where that sand just came from. I did hit this thing with an air compressor. I just put this thing back to stock. So, see that right there? That's with a step bit. So what I did is I don't do a slot. Some people I know have taken just a Dremel and they slot it like with the metal chassis. Yeah. I don't do the slot. I just used, what I did is I used a body reamer, located my hole, just located my hole, and then took a step bit and just did a step bit. And I deburred it on the exterior, and obviously with a step bit, the way the step bit works is it almost kind of countersinks in a way. So if you look at the inside, it's got that kind of inset to where the debris basically can go like that. So anything that could potentially get in there and get trapped now no longer gets trapped. And somebody had said that this is something that the California guy there, Duper, keep wanting to say Duper Bash. It's Duper Bash, right? Not Dash. Duper Bash. Apparently, he's the one that I guess pioneered it. It's a very, very good idea to go ahead and at least use a hole or something just to get that. I think people had kind of flamed him a little bit. And I think he did the car a disservice on the review only because, and Earl is the one that let me know this. So when he took out his, whatever vehicle he's got, I think he's got the Outcast. I think he's got the Outcast and the other guy's got the Kraton. When he took his out, he had already done modifications to it. Now, the reason why I didn't do my modification to this particular one wasn't because I forgot. It was because, what did it say on the box? It said that let's see if I can get to it. I'm going to open this back up here. Let's see. Where is it? On the box, it talked about that area. It's got to be here somewhere. Basically, what it said was that power module, I think they call that the power module. On the box, I'm pretty sure that the power module, improved sealing. And you see the big words right there, right? It's I can't highlight it. Improved. Wait a minute. Improved sealing. There we go. That works. Where? Like, seriously, where? Because mine, there was no improvement on sealing whatsoever. So the reason why I did not vent mine, or the reason why I didn't do the hole on mine, was because of those words right there. And I think that the RC dude, Duper Bash, just call him Dupe. Duper Bash, he didn't basically show whether or not that those particular words were real or not. So as far as the sealing goes, I don't feel it changed because all the crap that was stuck in there was stuck in there, and that's probably what caused some of my issues. Gotta cover up that hole in the bottom of the motor mount. I use Velcro on all my Arrma lines. Happens up in the gearbox. Yeah, I don't know, man. I with the RCs that I've got, maybe I just have different dirt. That's a good thing right there, because I've heard people use Velcro. I have heard of that, but I have decided for myself to just go with the whole route. I'm not saying your route is wrong. It's just everybody's got their own way of doing things, and I am obviously lazy when it comes to certain things. So making that hole is just easy for me. How would I rate the stock tires on the new? Oh, they're awesome. Are they easy blowouts, or are they pretty solid? I'd say so far they're pretty solid. And if you are actually a Traxxas rep, it's not like an X-Max tire. I'll tell you that. If you do diff it out, I'm sure you could blow it. And that was one of the things that I worried about my Max V2. My Max V2, when it turtle shelled, when it went on its roof, and I tried to do the, the auto self-right, it got hung up twice on full trigger. And what I was worried about was that if a wheel diffed out, that is when you're going to blow a tire. So just like with my X-Max, I blew the tires because it diffed out. I felt that the tires blew faster than they should have. Also, the sledgehammer tires, if you want to get on that, sledgehammer tires seem way, way too soft. That's just personal opinion. Dupe, yes. Let's go, dupe, yeah. A main video showed the Outcast had more problems in the Kraton, or maybe I think it was actually the other way around. So I think I know exactly what you're saying, and I believe he said it wrong. I believe, because if you watched when he said it, I think he had the Kraton and the Outcast jumping off of the picnic table. If I'm pretty sure we're talking about the same exact thing, and I believe maybe it was the Kraton and not the Outcast. I could be wrong. You do so much, you see so much, man. You start to forget stuff. Just call him right, Beefcake. Wait, Guy, you got to call it right, Beefcake. Rich Duperbash is in where? Where is he? I don't see him. I don't see no Duperbash here. He ain't in chat. He wouldn't come over to this channel. He's too busy with his own stuff. Does the new motor module fit version 1? As far as I'm aware, there is no difference between the two, but that's a good question. I might as well say it. I got a brand new Big Rock. And because I just cleaned this, I could swap out the module just to see. Pretty sure, but why would you want to change it? I know the motor plate in this one is actually thicker. And that was another thing that I had to talk to Earl about. He basically, took his truck apart while we were talking just to compare like different things, because like I had said, the big drawback for me was not having the original Outcast 4S. So there's certain things that I didn't know. I believe he had said that the Vendetta, the motor plate on the Vendetta is similar to this one. it looks like the thickness is there, but this one has more of a finished beveled edge on the outside edge. Let's see. It's a double-edged sword. Right. Frank, very good right there. Letting dirt in, bad design, but why not? What? Why not raid the motor and just have it sealed? You know what's funny? How is the motor... Somebody made a comment, and I can't remember where it was, but they had said that they seal off all the unused holes on their motor. Okay. I'm confused by that, and that person could be in chat right now. I'm kind of confused by that. Because if that was the case, aren't the holes sealed by the motor plate anyway? Like, I mean, as far as I'm aware, the motor plate covers the entire surface of the holes. So where is anything getting in? The only place that anything is getting in is through the bearing. So where the shaft is, the output shaft of the motor where the pinion is, if stuff is able to work its way and get in there, because it's not a sealed bearing, that's where it's getting in. It's not, and I could be wrong, but from what I've seen on mine and every other vehicle that I've had a motor plate similar to that, this motor plate covers the entire surface area. So nothing's really getting in there, and that's why I changed out the bearing. So I almost forgot. So there is something that I cannot revert to stock on this, and nor would I ever. So I did replace the motor bearing. That was on the first run. Oh, that's why it's got 2 stickers on it. That's right, guy. So I should like write down on magic, like a magic marker or a paint pen, the pinion side motor bearing I replaced. And I replaced it with one of those TRB or TBR RC or whatever the TBRC bearings. And it was a hybrid bearing. So what it is it's sealed on one side and shielded on the other. The sealed side I obviously put towards the pinion, and the shielded side obviously goes towards the heat. At least that's the way I'm seeing it. Oh, Frank, I think I know what you're talking about. I guess I get, yeah. Right, diamond dust will get in. Right. Listen, the X-Max is our flagship car, right? Yes, it is. The preeminent RC car of 2000 will be respected by everyone. You know what's funny is that, you know, you're making a very good point that I kind of I've wanted to touch on this comment right here. So Earl Moorhead, he's in chat, right? Earl Moorhead is an absolute hands down Traxxas Max lover. He absolutely loves, I should say Max, X-Max. He absolutely loves that truck. But even he admits that it's a monster truck. So it's not a performance vehicle, and nor was it ever designed to be that way. And I think in 2015 was when that truck came out. So if you think about when that truck came out, how easy it is to work on, how cheap the parts are. Granted, you know, me and the X-Max do not get along because every single time I take it out, it's broken. But that's also driver error. That's mechanic error. I put a SPEKTRUM ESC in an X-Max and it doesn't belong in there. especially when I have a Max 6 that I could put in there, which that's going to go in there. I keep saying that, but yeah. So what this guy right here is saying, it absolutely makes sense, because think about the technology from way back then. What went into the X-Max? Yes, they were catching on fire, but they resolved that. The 6S, the ESC versions, I didn't even know about it. Earl's the one that told me about it. Those were catching on fire, so they fixed that. Now everything's 8S. Everything is just... The X-Max, why do I have one? I have one because it was supposed to be the king. It was supposed to be the best truck ever. And my first battery pack with it, when both rear bearings blew out on the first run, the first battery pack, when both bearings blew out, I was in awe. Gotta be careful with saying the price. Paying that kind of money and to have bearings go out on the first battery pack. I mean, I didn't even get, what did I get? 3/4 of the pack? I think I got through 3/4 of the pack. And it wasn't even at Diamond Dust. It was at another spot that I don't think was as abusive. So the X-Max definitely let me down. And ever since, the X-Max has been letting me down every single step that I've taken. So, and I keep foolishly shoveling money at it. And that's very difficult. What's in the box, man? Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Look at that. Bam! We'll leave that right there for a little while. Dude, I appreciate that, man. Thank you. X-Max is clumsy. Right. Yeah, that is... Yeah, Earl's really been teasing me about the sledge, man. He is really surprised on, and here we are talking about Arrma, and now we somehow got infiltrated to Traxxas. I mean, that happens. The sledge is absolutely a vehicle that I would like to have here, but I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening anytime soon in the future right now at this point in time. But eventually, yes. Eventually there will be a sledge here. Frank, you need an X-Max? Does the X-Max have the same 6S system? I beat the snot. The X-Max is an 8S now. It's not available as a 6. Outcast also lost a bearing on the... Yes! The Outcast lost a bearing on the first run. Yes, you're right. You're right. But also, what about my motor slop on my Traxxas X-Max? What about my motor slop guy? Remember that? Yeah, I see people already answering that question. Only Traxxas I've ever had, it hasn't broken. Why do I have headphones on? Let's see. The sledge is, there we go, bam. The sledge is worth the money, I think. I have a blast every time with it, right? And that's what I'm seeing. Bam! Right there. Let's see. $800 sledge, not... Right, no. The sledge is not in the $5 RC Guy Garage. No, it's not. It's not in that budget, man. And I think with the sledge, it's a couple bucks, man. It's like any new RC will need a couple of upgrades, right? I like that. Bam. Earl is the funny guy, man. Sledge is too pricey for this economy at this. See, John Wick. Now, see, this is coming from John Wick. All right, we all know who John Wick is, right? See, I bet you didn't realize that John Wick comes here. There he is right there. Mr. Wick. Traxxas is the big number one. That comes with higher prices, but good. Yeah. So, all right. I'm going to take your comment off air. So there's a conversation that I had with Earl. And Earl is kind of semi-part of the timeline of RCs that I've been running. And at the time, I had just finished running the Traxxas Max V2 at Diamond Dust 2 the first time. I was so motivated by how well that RC performed, because you got to see, here I am driving an Arrma Outcast brand new 4S V2, and because of my axle issues, I'm also a little ticked off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I am, but I'm not, because it's supposedly a fix. It's just, in the moment, I didn't have that fix, and my fix wasn't enough to fix the fix that's needed. Okay, say that 10 times fast. So having that conversation with Earl, I'm fairly confident that I said to him something along the lines of, wow, this thing, I get it. I get why you're paying the extra money for the Traxxas. It ate the battery pack that the Outcast couldn't finish. Now, granted, again, I'm not trying to get on Arrma, Arrmas, whatever. I'm not trying to, ride on their coattails. The battery got to 50%. I still had 57% charge left. I took that battery pack, which was an 8K pack, 100C, stuck that right in the Traxxas Max V2. This was the first run. Man, I think this was the first run. No, this was was this the first run? I wish you could understand. I'm trying to give you the timeline. This was either the first run or the second, what I call real run of the Max V2. And because it ate an entire 57% battery pack in 8000 and then ate basically almost an entire 9K pack, I was right on Traxxas going, wow, this Max V2 is insane. The big drawback, in which I made the joke, but it's not a joke, was that did Traxxas miss out on the patent that I believe Arrma has for venting tires? Because the only thing that stopped me from continuing to run that Traxxas Max V2 was because I didn't want to cause damage to the truck. I already ripped through that 57% and then chucked in a 9K pack and was just running it. That throttle was buried. And then when I got to the whoop-de-doos is what you call them, I was just gunning it. I was just goosing it, putting that truck through an immense amount of strain. Now, have I taken that thing apart yet? No. But have I taken the air compressor to it? Yes. I was just shocked. Now, if the fix for the Outcast, if this rear axle fix can do this, and they also didn't overheat. See what I'm saying, man? With everything, there's a give and take. When I gave that unbiased opinion through my son between the Traxxas Max V2 and the Outcast V2, that was a real, I mean, I give you my own unbiased opinion, but people, I think, will believe it less. So when I threw my son into the mix, people appreciated the fact that it was and he owns an Arrma Big Rock. So people, I think, appreciated the fact that they could see just that difference of opinion while I kind of said, hey, try this, pick this up, drop that, drop this, squeeze this trigger, turn on the TSM, this doesn't have AVC or TSM on it, kind of deal. And I think what was good about that particular video was the fact that it showed him when he first drove the Outcast V2. What he liked about that was the raw power. The Traxxas kind of pulls back a little bit. It gives you a more, it's like having a power curve. So it's like having a power curve. It's almost as if the Traxxas gives you a power curve, and you can't change that. With the Arrma, how did I explain it to Earl? How I explained it to Earl was the Arrma Outcast V2 was a Mustang or a Camaro. Now we're talking like 80s, 90s, more 90s. So the Outcast is like having a 90s Camaro or Mustang. Okay? 5.7, 5.0, whatever motor. Doesn't matter. Whether you like Ford or Chevy. And then the Traxxas, I specifically had this conversation with him. The Traxxas is like almost having like the AMG, okay, like the Mercedes AMG. Because you've got technology, number one. I thought this was a pretty fair comparison. I should make myself big here so I can blow out Frank Sluga's screen. See, Frank, I'm right in your face, guy. It was like having a Mercedes AMG because you've got the technology. You've got, because there's no AVC, and obviously there's no AVC in the Outcast. You can put it in there, but that's changing out a receiver. So Traxxas already gives you that. You know what I mean? It's like there's these reasons why you're paying the extra $100. Now, are there drawbacks to the Traxxas? Absolutely. The tires are garbage. I'm sorry, man. I don't like those tires. But what, again, Earl said was, because if you've watched Earl's videos on his track, I think it's his Traxxas Max, or maybe it's both of them. What does he have on it? He's got the 4S backflips. Now my dog's flipping out. I don't know if she needs to go out. The dogs get amped up when I get amped up. So, yeah. Kyosho or Tamiya AMG. Yeah, guy. Yep. And I think, wait a minute. Lyle and Alyssa, what are you going? V10? V11? Right. I don't know, man. I think that's kind of how I was just kind of explaining it. Like that. It's just like kind of like that car kind of guy talk, whatever. Trying to like relate automotive to what you're feeling in the hobby, and that's kind of how I related it. The AMG is just going to be more fluid. You know what I mean? It's got the leather seats. It's got the heated and cooled seats. The Traxxas has the heated and cooled seats. You know what I mean? The Mustang and the Camaro, you're cranking the windows down. You're rolling the windows down. You know what I mean? I mean, they have power windows, but you get what I'm saying. In the Mercedes AMG, you're not going to find crank windows. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to find, there's certain things you just are not going to find. That's kind of how I related it. So, And I think that was a fair comparison. So we're kind of veering off of what this live stream is. This live stream really was talking about the Arrma Outcast 4S. It was basically, does anybody else, like as of right now, does anybody else have any other questions? What are you doing? Arrma is a 69 Camaro on the track. There you go. Boom. Right there, guy. Bam. That's a good one. Yep. That's a good one. And that's obviously, the difference with Earl and I. Or is it a Jaguar? It's not a Jaguar. Actually, it could be a Jaguar, couldn't it? Ooh, that would be bad, though. That's calling the Traxxas a Jaguar. Oh, I like that. I kind of like the sound of that. Calling the Traxxas a Jaguar. Yeah. I think with the V2, I was amazed. But once I started to suffer, that is what it is. So Diamond Dust 2, I just figured it out. Diamond Dust 2 was the first real rip. Diamond Dust 1, the original Diamond Dust, was the second real rip with the Traxxas Max V2, and it didn't survive, most likely because of damage suffered from Diamond Dust 2. Now, in the timeline, people didn't get to see that, but I also didn't say any different. I didn't say whether if I ran this or not. You could tell the truck was scarred up. If people pay attention, I always show things in videos. There's a reason why. There's a reason why I say certain things in videos. It's not because I don't know what I'm talking about. It's because there is a story. There is a timeline. I might mess that timeline up just because of how footage works and how my computer was flipping out. And I thought I lost footage and the whole... Earl knows, man. Earl knows. I almost, and I know this is foolish for YouTube, but I almost did a GoFundMe for a new computer because I was losing my mind. I thought my computer was melting down. So as I had 2 memory cards full of footage that I just put on my computer, and my computer got to the point to where it wouldn't even function anymore, I thought I lost everything. And I was just like, oh my God, I've got to do a GoFundMe to go ahead and get myself another Mac just for YouTube. Come on, for videos, guy. I'm due for another computer here. But I thought it would have been funny, a GoFundMe. Let's get RC Guy Garage a new computer. A GoFundMe. That was so lame. But, yeah. I don't know where I am with this, but like I said, we are talking about the Arrma Outcast 4S V2. Does anybody else possibly have any more questions? Frank Sluga, when's the Mohawk? What? When's the Mohawk in Traxxas colors coming back? What? You're talking about that? I don't know what you mean. You're talking about the Mullet Hawk. It's not a Mohawk. It's the Mullet Hawk. Remember? That was the Mullet Hawk. Out of 1 to 10, what would you rate the Arrma 4S V2 out of the box? All right, I'm going to pin this. So it's an 11. No. Because mine is considered, and I'm being told, now keep in mind, I try not to say anything other than what I'm told, meaning like, how am I explaining that? Because mine is a pre-production model, I feel it misses a mark. Because my axles are popping out, because I had the overheating issue, because I had the bearing wipeout, I've been told that I'm the only one that has the faulty bearing. Whatever. I've seen these other guys run cars, man. And they're not having overheating issues. They're not having motor bearing issues. Like, if you don't think you're having a motor bearing issue, open up your module and take that pinion and rock it back and forth and see if you've got a bearing issue. Because every 3200 kV motor that I got that was an Arrma 3200 kV SPEKTRUM motor, the front motor bearing was wasted. So, and I'm not going to say that was because I took things to diamond dust, because that's not the case. So I would say with the issue that it had out of the box, it's actually a 7. And I'd say like a high 7. And that ain't, like I said, that's not jumping on Horizon. They're not here. Okay, they're not going to see this video because they're not concerned about it. I'd say it's actually a 7, maybe 7.5, maybe 7 3/4. We'll go the Three Stooges route right there. Because the truck is really, I feel, handling very well, despite the couple of issues that I've had, I've just rolled with it. The rear axle is a frustration. The motor right now is not an issue. I actually did take the game changer fan off. I actually wasn't running any fan when I was at the skate park at all, and the thing was fine. So, high 7s. Just to kind of just say it, I just say high 7s, man. How fast? Oh, dude, hey, actually, you know what? How fast can Daisy run? Actually, not fast right now. She hurt herself. She, because she's a big dog, she thinks she can run like a greyhound. And I think she pulled a muscle or something because she's limping right now. So I'm just going to kind of give it a couple of days and see how she is. Because she had hurt herself a couple of weeks ago. And I think she went out into the backwoods with Colby, the little one. And they kind of get into it every once in a while. They chase each other. And I think she hurt herself again. So right now, Daisy really can't run that fast. She's kind of limping right now. Guy, thoughts on selling some RCs or keeping them when moving? Wouldn't want to start over, you know. That's a question that my wife and I have actually been talking about. Because eventually, there's the eventuality that, you know, this house is going to be too big for us. And we want to downsize the size of the house, but increase the property size. So I think if there were RCs that I didn't use, like crawlers, if there's RCs that I don't use, I wouldn't have a problem getting rid of them. Because I don't need to have the RC to say that I've got it. So there's certain RCs that I like. So the man, I shouldn't say this. There's one RC car that I drove today that I finally figured out where this car needs to drive. And that basically made my decision. I was ready to get rid of this thing. But just because of today, because of how well this car drove in the conditions that it drove at, I decided to keep it. So the thing is that once you get rid of something, to get it back is going to cost you that much more. Do you know what I'm saying? It's kind of a tough decision, man. Because I know when we move, to try to pack up all my SHI, to try to pack up all the stuff I got, I'm going to have to get rid of stuff, man. I've got too much stuff, man. I've got probably like 4, 5 18-wheelers worth of stuff that would need to move. You know how much money that would cost? Too much. Z Method, what are you saying? Have you had any problems with the motor ESC wires melting? I heard through the grapevine that the new clips to hold the wires in place is faulty and they come loose and hit the motor. No, I have not had any issues with that. I have had in the past the heat shrink tubing, because the motor wires are a 3, and because of the heat shrink tubing, the vibration between the between those motor wires will rub away the insulation, but that's something that you literally just got to kind of like be mindful of and check. The way I'm mindful of it and check it is I use the less than $5 method of zip ties, and I basically create my own wire loom guides. So you use 3 zip ties in a 3-wire situation. You do one that circles all of them and put 2 in between the 2, and then, pull them, and then basically it creates a gap in between, and it keeps things kind of together. On this truck, I haven't had any issues so far. RC propaganda. I know I have a lot of crawlers and only a few that I can't part with. Right. Where's Trash Bag? Trash Bag right now is sitting like this, still with that broken hub. I have the pieces. I have the parts. I'm just scared. I'm scared to once again try to bring Trash Bag back to life, man. What it is I got to get the SPEKTRUM ESC. Why are we back on Traxxas again, man? I got to get the SPEKTRUM ESC out of there, and I'm going to put the Hobby Wing Max 6 back in. Not back in. I'm going to put it in. The Max 6 is actually sitting in another vehicle that was a complete waste of funds. That Team Corrali Kronos XTR, man. Z Method, man, thank you. Appreciate that. Bam, look at that. When is the next live, I'm assuming? It might be tomorrow when the part comes in for the Outcast. I haven't decided. It all depends upon how I'm feeling. Whether if it's going to be a live or if it's going to be a thing. Let's see. You didn't like the Team Corrali? No, I didn't at all, dude. Sorry, man. I'll put your comment right there. I'll answer you hands down. No, I didn't. That thing. Oh, I got to take your comment down because that's going to fire me up. I wasted so much on that truck. The thing was, here's the fight that I had with Team Corrali. I actually wanted to like it, which is the reason why I bought that truck. And I felt like I was putting like good stuff in it. I wonder if that's where my Dumbo... Does the Team Corrali have my Dumbo receiver? No way. I've been missing my Dumbo receiver. I wonder if the Corrali's got it. Oh my God, man. I've been looking for that receiver. If that Kronos has my Dumbo receiver, I'm going to take a bat to that. No, I'm just kidding. I want to bring the Kronos back. It's just, I have such a disdain for that truck, man. That thing's got mongrel parts on it right now. It's got I think it's got a combination of Mojave and Kraton parts on it so that I could drive it. Thompson, see you later, man. Viva la trash bag, right? Guy, do you ever get any sleep? And when is your next video? The next video is tomorrow. I've already got videos all lined up and ready to rip. As a matter of fact, that's part of the reason why I was late today. We're not late. I actually was on time, but I almost thought I was going to be late. I got to go let her out. She's wine bagging. So what I would do is I'll leave you guys with that while I go let my dogs out. Actually, I think I can play this because there's no volume. Right? Yeah, you can watch a movie. Or, what is this? I don't even know what this is. Is this a movie? This is my truck, man. This is what it does. When it's not getting pelted in the rear. Move up. There you go. Move up. You really hurt your foot. You're gonna have to go up. Good girl. Go ahead, all the way. You don't have to go run. Just go ahead. Go easy. Haley, keep going. Go. Keep going. All the way. All the way. I can actually come in through here. Hey, look at that. Oh, no, I can't, can I? Kind of can. And I'm back. All right. Oh, it's muggy out. Bam. Right there. All right. So, yeah, she really hurt her foot, man. I feel bad for her. Poor pup. I might actually have to let her come in the front because the back has got, like 7 or 8 steps that she's got to climb. And she was not climbing them. She wasn't having it. Master, what's going on, guy? It's 5 a.m. You going to bed, right? See you later, man. Only way to compare an RC car from old to new model is to have them all. Yep. And that's where Earl has them all. Earl literally has almost every RC car made, kind of, almost. In every color. James Wallaby. What are you saying? Watched a lot of the videos and bought the Kaiju EXT looking for another one. Would the Arrma 4S be a good buy? Provided that the fix that's coming tomorrow. Man, I hate recommending anything to anybody, man. Because if you recommend something to somebody and then they go, oh, because of you, now I broke an axle and it's all your fault. It's like, yeah, but you shouldn't have hit the tree going 90. I'd say, yeah. It actually is if you're talking about the Outcast, I can't speak to the Kraton. If you're talking about the Outcast, I'd say, yeah. Earl actually asked the question earlier. He had said, knowing what I know, would I buy it? And the answer was yes, provided that they can fix that rear axle issue, which supposedly it is fixed. That's what's supposed to be coming tomorrow. I would get it. I am thoroughly enjoying this truck, man. I really am. Although today's stuff was pretty cool too. Oh, your dog is the same way. What, hurts herself? Runs around and hurts a leg, like pulls a muscle? I think she came up. Daisy, did you come up? Daisy, did you come up? Daisy? I gotta see where she is. I'll be right back. I just want to see where she is. Daisy? Oh, you can't come on the stairs, can you? Can you make it? Come on. Come on. Can you do it? Come on. Come on. Do you want me to help you? Come on. go around front. Don't try to come up. Just go around front. All right. I actually have to let her in through the front because she cannot make it up those stairs. So I will be back in like a minute. Or half a minute. Daisy, come. Come on. Come on around. Come on, girl. Come on. Come on. Is that better? Good. Go to the back. Go to the back. Go. Go to the back. 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 Good girl. Good girl. What do they call that? I think they call that big dog issues. Poor pup. Ah, the poor thing. All right. And I'm back. So I'm wondering if I should just end this live, man. Hold on, what time is it? I'm getting a cramp in my leg now. I'm just as bad as her, man. What the heck's going on here? All right. Hour and 51 minutes. I think that's pretty good for a live. What time is it? I feel like I'm all jacked up right now. What time is it? Oh, it's already the next day? All right. It's already the next day, man. Your German Shepherd did the same thing. Limped for a week, then found out he had cannon? He had what? He had cannon in his leg? What? Frank, is that some kind of California. Canadian speak? What's cannon in his leg? I don't know what that means, guy. Hope you're not saying amputate. He should break the crunch. All right, Z Method. You're obviously not a Traxxas rep because you wouldn't be saying that. Yeah. Anyways, you were supposed to get out of here, man. Anyways, let's see. Ending alive is like gas at what? $10 a gallon? What? No, ending alive is like gas at $1 a gallon, dude. You just want to grab it all. Yep. I tell you, man, Z Method definitely does sound like a good idea. It's not a good thing to do that to any RC. If you get mad, man, just don't throw your Traxxas Max V2. Don't throw it like I did. Let's open up. No, guy, we're not gonna do that. We gotta leave some boxes closed up. Oh, Frank. Ooh, that stinks, man. Wait a minute. I think you told me that. Had to stick around and tease me with that one. Yeah. Dude, that's bad, man. That's bad. Don't throw your fire dream in the trash. Yeah. Well, I mean, the Traxxas X-Max did make it into the trash bucket, though, didn't it? It actually did. I think it was in the recycle bin, but the recycle guy said take it out. Yeah, actually, the reason why I ended up with Daisy was because my chocolate lab died. Yeah, I will. It's not any of that. She she's got big dog syndrome, and she thinks she's, like I said, she thinks she's a greyhound. You should see her, man. She runs way too fast for her size. X-Max, yeah. X-Max did not want to leave this house, man. But to answer that question, it's actually in my, the X-Max is down in my boiler room, a mechanical room. People call it a mechanical room. Some people call it a boiler room. Technically, it is a boiler room because I do have hydronic heating, so it is a boiler. Yeah, but Z method, that is how I ended up with Daisy, because my chocolate lab died, man. That was like the worst thing, man. He was the best pup too. Yep. It all happens, man. Let's see. Jonathan from the YouTuber who hosting the live to control scams. Huh? Earl, how do you get that? Oh, Jonathan Unger. Okay, I get it now. Yeah, so Earl's got, I think you're asking about a blue wrench. I can't see it right now. Yeah, so you can see Earl Moorhead's got a blue wrench. Reason why is because he basically keeps the junk out. So it does happen. You get, like you said, scams and spam and all that stuff. But in this particular situation, we did, I think this was like a subscriber only kind of deal. And it kind of just was like, whatever. Everybody in here is basically, I believe, a subscriber. You all are subscribed, right? Just out of curiosity, are you subscribed? Like, or were you able to get in here without being a subscriber? Guy, what's your all-time 3 favorite RCs? Ooh. Number one is the Losi Tenacity DB Pro. We'll start off there. Number one, it's that. Now, if you're talking about new RCs or old RCs, man, I think right now I really only have, well, that's not true. The Arrma Mojave. So that would be 2. And then number 3. Anybody else yawn? Number 3. I don't think anything has gotten to number 3 yet. The UDR is real close, but the UDR is different. The UDR is actually, it's not even, I don't put the UDR in the classification of an RC. That sounds weird. Because it's that Traxxas, what I think they call Pro Scale. That is just that's a different class. So I kind of don't, that has its own like pedestal. The Traxxas UDR has its own pedestal. So DB Pro, Mojave, and I think something else just needs to fit the slot. I was going to say my original T-Max. That thing's ticking me off. It's because it's the 2.5. Y'all, some of you, I say you all, but some of you probably saw the Earl Moorhead thing there with the 2.5 and how he's having such a bear of a time with it. I think it's fine now, but it was difficult. But yeah, right now, I don't think there's anything in that third spot. I can't put the Outcast in there right now because I'm still, until I actually get the fix, it's really close to sliding in there. You know what I mean? And again, I'm not saying that because I'm trying to ride on some coattails. It's just there's a certain genuineness. The Big Rock has actually been kind of kicked off the pedestal. And that's only because it's a great truck, but I kind of have moved on from that platform. It's not to say that that's not a great platform. It is, but there's just a little bit too much 3S-ness about it. If that makes any sense. There's a little too much 3S-ness about the Big Rock. I don't know, man. I think I just have to say just those two for now. Arrma Mojave and the Losi DB Pro. Those are good cars. Sledge will fill that spot. I don't know if the Sledge will ever fill that spot, guy. That's some cake right there, man. That's like, that's not half of my mortgage. That's a third of my mortgage right there, guy. RC guy favorites Kraton. Nice. Ed. Nice. Very good. Love-hate relationship with the UDR. Yep. Yeah, dude, you really like the UDR, though. I know you do. Yep, there you go. Jonathan Unger right there. DB Pro, best handling RC I've ever driven. Agreed. Love the Mojave. Yep. RC Guy Garage has moved up to, you know it, guy. Relarloo. You know it, man. Okay, fine. Earl, you want to go there? Yeah. We'll put that right in the third slot, right above the Sledge. And you don't have one, so you would never know. No. That Relarlo is, I guess, just a little shocker. For what that thing does. Oh, don't forget. If all of you guys probably already know anyway. Don't forget. So we only got, including today, we've got one more day after today to get your entries into the giveaway. For every $5 you spend at the RC Guy, I feel like a broken record here. Let's make me big here. For every $5 that you gotta be the car salesman. For every $5 that you spend over at the RC Guy Garage merch site, you get an entry into winning the Relarlo 1/14 scale brushless ripper. If you haven't seen that car on my channel, it's basically like I'd say a $99 to $180 car. You find the price like in there somewhere. I think it's like a $180 car. I think the MSRP is like $199, but don't ever pay that. I'm just telling you, don't ever pay that. Always just buy it on sale. On its pre-release, 201 units were $99. And I arranged to be able to have a secondary one to be a giveaway on the channel. And like I said, every $5 you spend at the RC Guy Garage merch store, there's a link in the description. Just go to that link, you'll see the banner, and just buy something that's $5. Buy 2 stickers, and you get a chance to win the RC car. And that is ending on the 15th because the 14th is the last day. I think that's how I wrote it. Yeah, it's because it was from the 9th to the 14th, I believe. So, and then soon after that, I will do the whole, because I got to, prepare everything. I'll do the whole raffle thing, and then there is no Cash App. There's no, all the stuff like Earl was dealing with. You pay nothing other than, your $5 whatever, and you don't even have to. You could do the whole free thing if you want. It's kind of rough though. I'd spend the $5. Just get like 2 stickers or something. You know you want your RC Guy Garage, not Team Not One Pack stickers. But yeah, every $5 entry gets you, every $5 gets you 1 entry. Every 5 gets you 1 entry into winning that car. And we've got a bunch of entries already. So, but it's the luck of the draw. And you know, there's no saying that you won't be the one that wins it. It does happen. You got people like that buy a keychain that win like a Corvette. I'm not giving away no Corvette, but I am giving that away. So, are you sure? I don't know, man. So Ed, if you look at the talking to the rep, it's an L. But when you look at the parts bag, it's an I. So I would tend to think that the rep that I've been speaking to, that it's an L. At least that's what it's typed out as. But maybe the translation is off. Came in late to this. This is what happens when you get married. Hey, you know what? Mo Reefer. Hey, you know what? Spending time with your significant other is actually way more important than being here. I'll definitely say that. Let's see. My buddy sticks 4S in his WL toys and it rips on. Oh, dude, hey, Frank, nice, man. Legend has it, Earl has bought every slash. Yes, he has. Dude, Earl's got so many slashes, he doesn't know what to do with them. He trips over them. That's what he does. Outcast AS is good? Yes. Heavy, but a good RC. Heavy. And lands very heavy. Keep that in mind. All these cars that are the big cars, man, just remember, they're heavy. So you're going to pay a heavy price when you break it, too. And you will break it. You passed up. You know what, Frank, I'm going to boot you then. Frank, I'm booting you. If you did that, I'm booting you right now so you can go have some fun. Let's see. How do I put him in a timeout? Put him in a timeout. I think I put him in a timeout, did I? I did! Can I untimeout him? Oh, no. Wait a minute. I think I put him in a timeout, didn't I? I might have deleted. Frank, if I deleted you, I'm sorry. I meant to only put you in a timeout, but it didn't give me like the right option. Probably just deleted Frank. I don't know. You and Earl should go on tour. You know what, man? That would actually be pretty fun, wouldn't it? Yeah. Thomas. Yeah, see, now, Thomas, I can't show that comment, man. So, you know what's funny is that YouTube actually held back your comment. YouTube's been getting very good at grabbing comments that should not be shown. Just remember to try to keep things on the level, man. That's all. When is Earl going to come to the East Coast to do a collab? I killed Frank. I know. Did I? Did I kill Frank? Where did he go? It didn't even give me like the option. I wonder if I removed him. Did I remove him? Because I thought I put him in a timeout. I killed Frank. You killed Kenny. Frank, if you're still there, man, Sorry about that. It was only supposed to, yeah, I don't see, his comment is still there. His comment's still there. Frank, are you still there, guy? Frank is gone, dude. I don't know what I did. I clicked on the thing, but I think what happened was I think the chat might have moved. And I think it either removed him or it hid him from my channel. I don't even know. Frank's gonna have to make a whole new YouTube channel now. Frank is gone, dude. Yep. Frank is gone. I told you, hey, if he was gonna pass up, whatever he was passing up. See what happened to Frank next time. Right, guy right there. Yep. That's a good one. Dude, I want to know now. What happened to Frank? Everybody's going to want to know what happened to Frank. I'm at East Coast. Would love to rock with her. Yeah, you know what, man? Eventually, that would be cool, man. It's all right. It's all fun until Frank gets deleted. Yep. Yeah, so like I was saying, man, it's just this definitely is a good time, man. This is a good time. So, all right, I'm going to end this live. We're definitely on way longer than I expected. Over 2 hours. We're at 2 hours and like 12 minutes almost. Condolences. Yep, our condolences to Frank. Frank's gone. So if anybody has any questions about the Outcast before we end, this is it right here. It's the Outcast 4S thing here. Got my microphone right there. I am very shocked. I'm actually very shocked at, again, I don't have the first one, but I'm very shocked at, now Frank is gone. Yep, now Frank is gone. It's not funny anymore. Yep. Yeah, I'm actually shocked at this truck. There's a lot that I like about it that hopefully the repair tomorrow is going to solve 90% of the issue that I'm having. The other 10% just might be my issue, and that's the fan. But the stock fan is back in, so I could give it a fair shot on not an 8,000K pack at Diamond Dust. So because the Game Changer fan kept on getting unplugged because of the way the wiring system was. So what I'm hoping is, that because the fan kept on getting unplugged, and when I was running it at the skate park, it was actually fine. I think there was one point where the motor did get some heat in it, but it wasn't anything that I couldn't consistently keep running at. But when I did take it to Diamond Dust, the original place, that trigger was buried. So yeah. All right. Well, thank you everybody for coming to this RC Guy Garage Live. This was a shop talking wrench technically. But what it was just a Q&A on, what's the name of this? I don't know what the name of this was. What did I even call this? I don't even know what I called this. Oh, Arrma. Is that what it is? Arrma Outcast? It won't let me see it. It actually won't let me see the title. Arrma Outcast 4S question and answer. I think that's what I called this or something. Live. You've got questions. I probably don't have the answers, but I'll give it a shot. I think I did all right with the questions. There weren't really a lot of questions. Some of them were fairly thought-provoking, which is the point. Earl made a good one. He basically said, knowing what I know about this car right now, would I buy it? And it's kind of like a partial answer. The answer in the end is kind of yes, as long as that rear axle issue can be resolved. And it's only because of where I drive. And that is an issue because you know that other people are going to drive it like I did. And I've seen other people drive it like I have in what looks like the same conditions, and I don't see issues. So I guess it's just me. I guess I've got the only faulty truck out there. So, but the part is coming in tomorrow. So I have got the only faulty truck. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Testing the new little Kraton and compare it to the. Okay. Yeah. What's in the box? I wouldn't mind seeing that too. Game change is super annoying connected to the balance plugs. Yeah, you know what? He does have other ways that you can connect it. Wouldn't the new Outcast be almost the same as a Big Rock? Absolutely not. Ed, no, it's not. I know that people want to say that, but it's not. This Outcast 4S is on a totally different level. Arma listening, get guy. Yeah, guy. Pin that right there. Come on, Arma. Send me the Kraton. What are you, scared? They are. They're shaking in their boots right now. It's like, oh, crap. They fired the guy that sent this to me. Get your Prime deal. Yeah, nah, dude, I ain't buying nothing, man. All right. All right, I'm out. I already tried to end this. It always happens this way. I get reeled in by your comments. People start throwing dollar bills at me. No, yeah, no. I'm enjoying this, man. This is definitely a cool thing that we got going on here. This one obviously was basically, I think, subscriber only. Pretty sure that everybody in here is a subscriber to the channel, and I definitely appreciate it if you are. I do. Believe it or not, I come to the realization that, do I push myself? Yes. But do you guys push me at all? Yeah, you do. You actually do. Because I see the numbers and I see the thumbs ups, and it's like, you got to get that fix. You know what I mean? It's like, you got to I want to make a video that, makes everybody be get involved. And I think that's the thing that I like about it, is that when people start blasting comments on a video, I feel like what that did is it involved everybody. It got people amped up. You know what I mean? I can't tell you how many people have said, even Earl has said it, that the whole COVID and coffee thing that I did, he said that, he basically said it this way. He said, Guy, you don't realize, that people that are involved with this hobby and that weren't involved with the hobby came into the hobby because of that show and how you do things. The Shop Talking Wrench, the COVID and coffees, just doing videos in general, trying to be positive. I'm not always positive, but that's usually only because if the product or the individual is not on their A game, like I said that earlier, if they're not on their A game, I'm going to bring out the issue. So if a product or whatever or individual isn't on their A game with what they're sending me, that's their deal. But No way. It was this whole time I was just talking? And there's no sound? Frank is back, or is he? Frank! Nice! I can't believe that. How long did I have no audio? Did everybody else lose sound? How long did I have no audio for? That's a riot. I don't even know when I did that. All right, I'm out of here. I don't even know what happened. There's a mute button on my microphone. I must have bumped it or something. It was like 3 minutes. Are you serious, dude? No way. Let's start all over again. Yeah, you know what? I know somebody in here probably must be able to lip read. Z Method, you're still here, guy. You're supposed to be gone a long time ago, man. Throw those dumbbells, right? Better throw, yeah, guy. There's no poll here, guy. All right. 20 minutes? Yeah, right. So I owe you, is that what you're trying to say? I owe you another 20 minutes now? All right, let's go. Well, all right, fine. What do you want to talk about? We'll stay until it says I've been live for 2 hours and 21 minutes. We'll make it 2.5 hours and I'm out of here. So what do you want to talk about? You want to talk about Frank? Okay, let's talk about Frank. Yeah, Jonathan, I don't want to hear it. You know there's audio now, right? Stop it, Jonathan. Because I can see people commenting. Jonathan, you're killing me here, guy. Frank, hopefully you made use of your time. X-Max talk? Yeah. Why is the sky blue? I have because the ocean is. Yeah. How long do you know, Frank? You know what's funny is it didn't give me an option. I thought it was going to put him. I thought it was going to put Frank in like a 300-second timeout. I think that's what it did. Be right back. Let me change my channel. There you go, guy. Can't delete Frank all the time. No, you can't. Once in a while. When will the soldering station be available? Those damn soldering stations are too much to make. SKYRC, you muted me for 5 minutes, but he only needed 2, right? Yep. You need another hour. Get out of here, guy. Yeah, no. Man, I really feel bad for her, man. She's really limping bad. You know, it's funny, right? Because she didn't make it up the back steps here, but she did come in the front door. And when she came in, she was kind of stepping on that foot, but she's obviously worried about coming up the stairs. She can go down the stairs fine, but she's got to come in the front for now until her foot gets better. She did something today. I know she did. My wife said that she was fine when she went out. Colby and her went out to the backwoods and guarantee they probably started chasing each other through the woods. Like Daisy's got this thing, like it's almost like she does parkour in the woods. Like, I mean, you know how you see people do parkour? It was almost like that. That's what she does. She like dodges in between trees and does the whole spin around thing and chases after Colby. And I think she probably was feeling better and she hurt something. So how old is Daisy? I think Daisy is 4. Yeah, she's playing me. Nah, I would normally agree with you, but this time it's definitely real. It's definitely real. We got 5 more minutes left. 5 more minutes. Yeah, 5 more minutes. You can look at this for 5 minutes. There you go. 5 minutes. You can look at this bad boy. Come on. Fine, look at that, huh? Took that Outcast sticker right off of there. Stuck that little COVID and Coffee YouTube sticker on there. RC Guy Garage COVID and Coffee. It is a nice truck. I definitely very impressed with it. Get yourself some of these things, the little body panel clips. I don't know, man. It's got the beef, it's got the spice. It's definitely, I think it's definitely a good truck, man. I really do. Pop the hood. We got no cracks. It's got its original power system back in it now. Tomorrow the axle should be here, the repair. The only thing that's going to be an issue is I've got to redo another rear link because I chewed through that one. So I'll have to take a link off of another vehicle, I believe. We'll figure it out. Oh, man, I'm yawning big time. Underneath the chassis, get a look at that. You can see that I actually have been using it. Oh, wreck my table. You can see it's all bashed, scraped up. Looks clean, but it's all mangled. Back arms are all mangled. It's holding together, man. Tons of scratches all along the chassis. These little skid plates, they're actually doing their job, man. Got some good hits. Got some good rock hits, man. Look at that chip. Good rock hits that we're getting on the front here, which just obviously shows its use or abuse. Slammed the bumper hard at the skate park twice. And it buckled, but it popped out. You literally just go pop, and it pops back out. I think it's like a 15-mile-per-hour bumper. No shocks bleeding. That's a big thing. No shocks bleeding. The servo saver is a little weak. That is one thing that I noticed. The servo saver does seem a touch weak. Look down the chassis. It's laser straight, no bending. Of course not. No, it's actually impressed me so far. Like I said, Earl asked the question, knowing what I know now, would I buy this? Yes, as long as the revision for the rear axles actually works. Yes, I would. Because trying to figure that out yourself, I've got ideas, but I want to see what they come up with because some of the stuff that I've done just wasn't kind of cutting it. Just the debris, man. When you look at how this is firing all the debris right in there, that's what it's doing. So because it's firing everything back into the corners, that's why that has an issue. It actually does have guard holes. So I think eventually they are going to offer the shield. Because if you look, there's 3 holes. There's 1, 2, 3. Something can be bolted there. Some type of a guard or something. To obviously stop the debris and everything from the front wheels. So, yeah. Well, that's it. 30 seconds. Got 30 seconds and we're ending. So I can throw chat up here so everybody can see chat. So we've got Frank Sluga. We have got Michael. We got Matt, Pete, What's in the Box, Jonathan, RC Steve, Thomas, Ed, Hector, Earl Moorhead, Lyle and Alyssa, Casa. I think I'm saying that right. I could be. I think that guy just, I don't know. I can't tell if he was being wise or what? Let's see. John Wick. Z Method was here. And I think that's it. Yeah. I think that's it. And this was basically a subscriber thing. So all of you guys are Tyler. Motor mount issue still. What, with this thing? No. And let's put it this way. With a bigger motor? Nope. Well, I mean, I haven't hit a tree going 90 yet, so I think maybe Matt's here too. Go Lucky Meat Man. What's going on, guy? Yeah. Maybe my driving's getting a little bit better. I don't know. Maybe that's why. All right. So thank you to everybody that came to this live stream. This is the Arrma Outcast 4S V2 question and answer kind of thing. Figured I'd try and answer the best I could. And hopefully I was able to answer questions. It wasn't a huge amount of questions, but I think I answered the questions fairly. Frank Sluga obviously tried to throw me a couple curveballs. He always does, though. But anyways, Frank's a good guy. But you just need to hit a tree for the channel, yeah. Yay! The Traxxas Max V2 slammed into that tree and did pretty good, man. I appreciate it. What's in the box, man? Yep, definitely. Could unsubscribe and subscribe again. Yeah, but you know what? If you unsubscribe, you'll probably forget how to resubscribe. So, all right. I'm going to end this. I'm going to end this live. So we will see you again at some point. There's another video dropping tomorrow. I'm not going to tell you what it's on. I might mess around with the timeline a little bit. We'll see. I think I will. I think I'll mess around with the timeline. All right. I'm out. Thank you guys for coming. We will see you.